Hello, everyone. I'm Jacqueline Jimenez with Newsworthy Stories, and the Newsworthy Stories bring your business to the beach. Networkcation is this Thursday. Already, we've been talking about this for months, and now it's right there, right around the corner. And I'm so always trying to make sure that you understand who's in the room, and I want you to meet them before you meet them. And sometimes that helps you understand, like, why you either need to be there or that's the person I've been looking to meet. And so we want you to get an idea of who else is going to be in the room. And so today we're going to do some introductions before the introductions. And so we're just going to let them do it. So we're going to start with John Little, who is
Yes.
a veteran in the house today. He has been to, I think, at least two
Yeah.
networkations, and I'm so excited that you're returning up. I see someone else is joining us right now too, and so we're gonna pop in. I know that Lakshmi was rooting for you, Nick, so you made it. So we're just doing some introductions right now, and then you can tell us also who you're looking to meet in the room. So I'm gonna let them start us off, and you jump in when it's your turn, okay, Nick? All right. You can hear us, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'll just keep myself muted because I'm outside, and I'll jump back in when you're ready to hear from me.
No, I need you to be on. Just remain on. It's all good.
It's not loud out here.
I can't hear them. Can you guys hear
Okay.
anybody else?
No, it's
No,
good.
you're
No,
good.
no.
All right, perfect.
All right. I'll if you want to mute for a minute, that's fine. All is well. So, John, kick us off. Tell us what can people expect at the networkation, and tell us about yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Jacqueline. And I mean, if this is not the most South Florida business experience ever, someone popping in, you got beautiful scenery in the background, doing
Right?
business, making things happen. So like, and we got other people who are, working from home and just, we're all making it happen in our own way. So I'm John Little. I am the founder and CEO of the Winner's Edge Coaching. And what I do as an executive coach and leadership coach is I really meet businesses and organizations at the intersection of their people strategy and their tech solutions, especially as it relates to AI. AI is one of the things that, of course, has been such a big part of the last few years and the work that people are doing. But what I recognize and what I've seen and experienced with some of my clients is it's moving so fast that the technology is outpacing the people strategy. And it ends up being a more confusing place than an actual place where people are able to be productive. So that's what I do is I help companies to find some of those people solutions, some of the people strategies that align with other work that they're doing using technology. So I'm excited to be able to present at the Bring Your Business to the Beach. I've been to two as an attendee. Like the energy in the room is electric. The scenery is amazing. I know that this Thursday it's going to be a little cooler than the last two that we did. So it's good, but still, I mean, a chilly day at the beach is better than a sunny day up north this time of year. So you will not hear any complaints from me or anyone else in attendance. But it's a great experience. I've met some great connections. I've been able to not only meet people in the room and start conversations there, but then actually go out into the real world of business and connect with them and see the things that they do and network with some of their network and grow my own network. So it's been a great experience. I'm really looking forward to Thursday, not only attending, but being able to present as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well, and hearing from you, because this time, John has joined us, as an attendee, but this time he will also be on the panel for the first time. So I'm really looking forward to hearing your expertise. One thing I have shared with John and even some of the other people that are joining us is that when I talk to John or I listen to his expertise, the one thing I always can tell is I feel the care. I know he cares. He cares about your business. He cares about everything that you're doing. And I have been preaching this feel the care since we first talked about
Absolutely.
it. And I
Hashtag
was
feel
like,
the care.
because I was trying to put my finger on it. And I was like, what is it about John? And I was like, I can feel the care every time you speak. And that's powerful to me because especially now, people just need to know that if they're going to invest in you, to help bring out the best in them or bring out what's important, they need to know you actually care about their business as much as they do. And so you're going to hear more about John Little with the Winner's Edge coaching, and I'm just thrilled about it. So I'm gonna go with Sam on this one. Okay, we're gonna give Lakshmi one more minute and Nick one more second. And Sam, you're up. Come up to the mound, and tell us about yourself. Some of the exciting things that you have coming up. I'm so excited for you personally. I've
Thank you.
watched you do some incredible things in just a short time. And so tell us a little bit about you, Sam.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. And I have to tell you, I can finally say that I get a snow day, but it's not a snow day, right? We get to be at the beach, and you're so right. We can't be any more South Florida. I'm incredibly excited, and I want to applaud you also because I know that this was an idea and you executed not once, not twice, not three times. And there's also the evening aspect as well. So my name is Sam Ganem. I am presently South Florida based. I am a CMO, COO, and the founder of SG Inc. for all things print, branding, and marketing. I've been in this space 26 years, and my passion is very simple, is showing businesses what branding really is. And your branding is the motor, just like you'd have a motor in a vehicle. And without a proper brand, without a proper system that actually scales the business, you basically are looking at this gorgeous car that is likely waxed and polished, and it can't really go anywhere. That said, rooms like this that Jackie is allowing us and creating a space for us to convene really represent for me what's most important, which is my passion for people and brands who understand the difference between scaling and growth. And this is the space, particularly in an open space, my favorite, where ideas flow. There is this incredibly organic awareness about everyone, an incredible openness where business owners, founders, and executives of all types in varying lanes and industries come together to grow. That said, I'm also incredibly excited to also announce that I'm an investment envoy. So all my years of crafting pitch decks and teaching founders and CEOs how to pitch their businesses, I'm now able to bridge opportunities with capital. And that's incredibly important because many times that's exactly what we need. In addition, I'm so incredibly honored to share that I have my TED Talk at TEDx Apex in North Carolina in April. And my eyes still water, and I'm super excited. And I'm a stand-up comedian as well. So I'll be able to announce my next show at the beach and invite all of you to join. So I'm super excited. We will laugh a lot. We could be laughing at me, with me. It really doesn't matter as long as we're experiencing joy. And for that, I just really want to thank you, Jackie. This particular event and what it stands for could not be more on brand for me. I give everything in my life air. I walk more than anyone, actually, that I know. Probably more aligned with a New Yorker than a Floridian in terms of how much I walk. So the fact that we get to be outside and in this gorgeous landscape to co-create with each other means a lot. So thank you so much.
I have to ask, because when I had you up full, I could see Lakshmi, and you hit a chord with her. What was it that Sam said that you were like, yes,
Well, a few things. I think our worlds come together, but most importantly, I kept looking at Sam and I said, I know this face. We all are connected on LinkedIn, but all of us are connected to thousands of people, but that's not it. There was an event that I went to, and someone that knows Sam told me that you look like Sam and you remind me of Sam. And that's when I followed you. So I don't even know if we've met. But now when I saw your face, that's why I was like looking at you. I'm like, why do I know this face? And I'm like, I'm honored when they said I look like you and I sound like you. I'm like, sign me up. I have to meet this person one day. And here we are on this call together, and we're actually going to meet this week.
So everyone gets to come. You guys get to see us doppelgangers in the flesh on Thursday. Yes.
I don't know if I'm trying to think of who said it, but now
I'm going to find it in my phone now, though. So it's perfect.
Yes,
we'll have it by Thursday.
Yes.
I will.
That is a great story. I love that. Make sure you guys share that story as well. When we get to the networkcation, I am really thrilled. I'm so this group right here. You know what I love? There are so many different people, the industries that are represented at the networkation. I mean, really, we could start a corporation with the businesses that are in that room, just because everybody in there really has something to offer the other. And I always like to tell people that, hey, you might not be the multi-million-dollar corporation, but I bet you work, one of your clients are, because most of the people in there, their clients, if they're not a millionaire or they're not whatever, they work with companies that are in that realm. And so I just think that we all have a place to grow. And this networkation is so intimate, that it allows you to really connect in a way that you get to set up that time right there. Don't just set up that time and say, okay, in a week we're going to meet. Try and do it there. As I shared with another group, try not to set up another meeting right after the networkation. Because the last time, literally an hour after the 2:00 so-called time, right? People, it was just as loud in that room of people networking as it was in the very beginning. And now, one of the things that we're also doing this time is that we're having a Newsworthy Stories networkation after hours. And so we want you to continue that conversation even that evening at the Brazilian steakhouse, Adega Gaucha. It's fabulous. It's in Deerfield Beach. And so even for the people that maybe they can't make the morning session, join us in the evening. Be a part of this networkation in one way or the other, because it is just going to be something. I don't care who we're networking with, whether it's the morning and the evening, it's always going to be rich. It's always going to be fruitful. And so I'm looking forward to that. Lakshmi, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for this opportunity. It will be my first networkation, but I feel like I have attended, seeing all the momentum online and talking to other individuals that have. So I'm really humbled and honored to be here with our group and meeting the broader audience on Thursday. So my name is Lakshmi Natarajan. I am, I guess, a Florida transplant. I've lived here for 13 years now. I came from the Northeast, from the New York area. I am a Fortune 500 former executive. I worked across big companies, across industries. I spent a lot of time in management consulting. So I had the opportunity to work with both business to consumer industries in a global nature as well. So I spent a lot of time in different parts of the world with different clients. Since then, over the last few years, after I guess officially exited from my corporate career, I started my own consulting company. And in those last few years, every year I've pivoted into really evolving with the marketplace. So I started with working with big B2B corporations as an independent consultant. Then that pivoted into fractional work as chief sales officer, chief operations officer at smaller companies. That then opened up the doors to founder advisory work, specifically in South Florida, one of the largest growing startup and venture ecosystems in the world. There's a lot of opportunity to leverage my corporate background across different companies, launching products, serving customers, and how that can really help some of the innovation that we have in South Florida. So I started with Founder Advisory. And then and this is why I would also some of Sam's comments, leading into the investor landscape. We meet so many innovators, a lot of women, underrepresented groups that are really, truly seeking funding and have so much innovation out there and need the access to capital. So I pivoted that into working in the investor ecosystem within a venture capital space as a GP of a venture partner firm, then started to work with private equity firms as well, both as an operator and identifying really promising investment opportunities. And that has finally led to where I am today in working with a United Arab Emirates-based family office that is in the wealth management space, managing a lot of different clients across Asia, the Middle East, and Africa and Europe as well, and building the venture division. So focusing on how we can provide these alternative investment opportunities to their current investor portfolio. And I am lucky that I meet a lot of amazing founders and am able to do advisory work for them. My areas of expertise or specialty now is go to market and anything related to revenue growth and operational efficiency, depending on where the company is. I gain my most energy from cultivating teams and meeting great leaders and seeing them thrive, scale, and grow. That's been my greatest joy throughout my career, has been through collaboration, through really seeing people successful. I think, as we all know, as leaders of our own business and leaders who serve other businesses in the community, that's the power of it, is when we see everyone that we are engaging with, we're all uplifting each other. And in turn, we're getting lifted as well. So that is my joy in what I've done all these years, is just meeting amazing people. As far as the industries I work with and serve, I've been industry agnostic just because I've worked across so many industries. If I had to pick the 3 industries I know best, it's probably healthcare, property tech, fintech combination, and also anything B2B SaaS related as well. I am on the board of the India-US Chamber of Commerce, so we serve all 3 counties. In addition, I work with a lot of the local venture programs and startup ecosystems in South Florida as well, as a mentor and investor. And finally, what do I want to gain from my experience, or who am I looking to meet? As I said, I want to meet everyone. That may not be possible because I think we're talking about a couple of hundred people. It might not be possible in a few hours. But I've actually learned more when I leave it open, because I think sometimes you never know where the path leads. And I think we can all speak to where the marketplace is evolving to, this undefined space, as we've seen over the last few years and even more. I think that concept of non-linear paths and pivoting has become more in our DNA than it maybe historically was a few decades ago. So I truly am looking to meet anyone that's interested in just learning more about each other's backgrounds. And you never know where the path can lead and how we can support each other. And we gain so much more when we work together. So thank you again, a little bit about me. And I will look forward to meeting all of you on Thursday.
Yeah, and I strongly encourage you to go, if you're not connected to Lakshmi, to go and to her LinkedIn page, okay? Because when we connected, that is where the intrigue for me really began, because I had gone to one of the India Chamber of Commerce meetings, and then shortly after, and she wasn't there, but shortly after, I began to see her liking some of my posts, and I was like, who is this lady? And so I was like, who is this person? And so I just started checking, connecting with her and just watching her. But wow, she didn't even scrape the surface of what she is and who she is, and global connections. Fascinating. You are fascinating, Lakshmi.
Oh,
and
well, it takes
Can't
one
wait
to
to
know
meet.
one. So we are all fascinating humans, and credit goes to you for identifying all of us through LinkedIn and bringing us together. So it's not easy to find these amazing people. So you get credit for that.
I'm
Jackie,
happy to do that.
remember, if you
do that.
spot it, you got it, Jackie.
Oh, I
Well, I
like
appreciate
that. Yeah.
Aw.
Well, thank you
Nick,
again for allowing me to introduce myself. I look
Thank
forward
you,
to
girls.
meeting this group on Thursday, and in addition to all the other amazing people that will be there.
absolutely, absolutely. So Nick, you've had a lot of transitioning lately, and I am looking forward to just seeing you in the room, finally connecting in this way, and allowing people to hear what you're doing and how you're doing it. Another rock star.
Thank you.
When it comes to visibility, he knows what he's doing. And tell us about yourself and
Yeah,
who you're looking to meet.
I appreciate it. I'm actually going to NetWORKcation because I need to find my doppelganger. Like, I haven't found them yet. I know they're out there, so that's why I'm really going. No, I have not been to one of the NetWORKation events yet, but I have been invited on a couple occasions by not just Jacqueline, but a few other mutual friends. And like Lakshmi was saying, I haven't been yet, but I feel like I have because I keep hearing about it, and so I'm glad I was able to get it on the schedule for this time. I'm really looking forward to meeting people in person and seeing what it's all about. I've been managing a real estate brokerage for the last 8 years called Southwestern Real Estate, but I recently I had built a team with them that spanned the entire state of Florida, and I recently separated from them and opened a brand new real estate brokerage called Cadence Real Estate Group. I am in the middle of downtown Hollywood right now, walking around, as you can see, because my days are, they're always busy. They're always moving, and I'm in between appointments right now. So I really kind of serve two different markets. One of the markets that I serve from a client perspective is anybody who's looking to buy, sell, or invest. I am a native to South Florida. I was raised in Pompano, and I work all over Broward County and have a team of agents through Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach right now. But my client focus is luxury residential on the west side of the county. And so a lot of that are medical professionals, small business owners, C-suite executives, and, you know, people that represent family offices are a great person for me to meet, honestly, and family law attorneys are really good connections for me as well. But the reason I opened this new real estate brokerage, Cadence Real Estate Group, is because of the other side of my client focus, which is there's a huge gap in the real estate industry as far as intentional coaching and mentorship. There's a lot of big brokerages out there that offer classes, and that can be really helpful for some people. But it is very hard for agents, whether they're brand new or they've been in the business for 5 years or 10 years, but they've kind of stagnated and they're looking for the next level of growth. It's very hard for those agents to find real mentorship. And that was one of the reasons that I opened this brokerage, is to be able to offer that true one-on-one authentic mentorship to the agents that we coach. So right now, my time is very much divided between my personal team and working with clients who are looking to buy and sell luxury real estate on the west side of Broward, and the growth of the new real estate brokerage, and really just trying to help agents grow from level to level to level. For me, it's been 10 years in the real estate business and have been top 1% in the nation in sales for the last couple years. And it was just a steady climb before that, from starting off cold calling to really building a relationship and referral based, network based type of business over the last 8 years. And being in the room with people like the people in this virtual room is really what it's all about. Getting to learn more about other people and focusing on how we can serve them and be a resource. And in turn, we all know how that business karma works and where it goes after that.
100%. Now you do have a doppelganger. I already told you that. You have one in 6 Degrees Golf Networking Group. There's some young man, I still don't know his name, but every time I come up behind him, I'm like, is that? And he finally had to tell me he's not a part of that group yet, but he wants to be. So
Okay.
Rich will be there. Just so you know, Rich
add
Rogers.
I have been knocking on Rich Rogers. Every time I reach out to him, he says, "You're the top of my list. You're the top of my list." He knows I'm not leaving him alone until somebody leaves that position open for me.
Well, I'll be
He's
looking forward to
amazing.
watching you hit Rich Rogers on the head. He's with the 6 Degrees Golf Networking Group. He was able to speak on our panel the last time, but I'm looking for that interaction when the two of you connect. So I can see you, grab him by the jacket or whatever you have to do. But I tell you, every time I see this guy, I'm like, no, that's not him. And I want to ask him, but he has his hat on, but with a hat, he looks, oh my goodness, you guys look alike. So here we go, guys. Thursday, January 29th, the Newsworthy Stories, Bring Your Business to the Beach, NetWORKcation. I really don't want you to miss it. That's why I do these introductions before the introduction. This is just a handful of people that are going to be in that room. And I want you to meet, not to mention, we're going to hear from the city of Deerfield Beach and the opportunities that they have. The Broward County Office of Economic and Small Business Development is joining us. Maribel Feliciano, the director, is going to be there, as well as Broward County Public Schools will also be there. And they are going to also bring their liaison for the person who can connect our businesses to the parents of the children in their schools. To me, that was a win. I was like, please come. I would love to have you. because I know a few people that would be interested in that. And so even with that, one or two, those three alone, rock stars, those three entities, one room, not to mention all the businesses in it. And so, all I can do is invite you. It's up to you to actually register and come. That's all I can do is, offer. So I'm looking forward to Thursday, I have to admit. And here's the thing. You're allowed to what? Spend the day working from the window. Okay. My advice is always stay at the window. That's what I did. I did it myself. No interruptions unless I interrupted myself, right? I got to spoil myself at all the incredible restaurants. But the mindset is really the key. The mindset of work, even though you're at the beach, working from the beach, I'll take that all day long. That's how I was actually able to take what was in my head about the networkation and actually put it down and say, I'm going to do it. Now I know what to do. And I figured it out in those 2.5 days that I stayed at the Wyndham. And that's why we do it at the Wyndham so often, but also because the Wyndham is in, Deerfield Beach. Oh, we gotta go. But yes, Deerfield Beach is looking to scale, and I introduced the businesses to the city of Deerfield Beach. And I hope that each one of you make sure you make that connection with the city, because that's what they're doing. And they're going to do it. They have the team and they have the people in place now that are ready. And that's the difference. Yeah. So yay. I'm looking forward to, I'll see you Thursday.
Thank you all so much.
Can't wait to hear from you guys.
See you Thursday.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.